Ordinarily, if someone walks, it is illogical to say that he cannot walk. But in reference to God, such a contradiction simply serves to indicate his inconceivable power. Yes, and it should be different from us in all. So Krishna is not illogical, but translogical, beyond the mundane logic. As is explained by Sri Jiva Goswami in the Sandarabhas. Logic can neither prove nor disprove the existence of God. Logic can neither prove nor disprove the existence of God. How? Logic can help us understand the subject matter to a certain extent, but not fully understand it. Logic doesn't help us experience and realize the reality. So Krishna's position is translogical. It is not the material form of the deity limited. Is not the material form of the deity limited the Lord? So actually, deity. Is not limiting the Lord's potency or his all-pervading nature. The Lord appears in a seemingly limited form made up of wood, stone, or some other matter, but remains unlimited. So everything Krishna did is just to help us get to him. The Lord is omnipotent, but the deity cannot even move a fly away from its face. So how is the deity not different from the Lord? What's the answer?
The deity could move a fly away from his face if he so decided to. He has all of the same potencies. He's just choosing to be in that form to receive our love.
Okay, very good. Very good. You see, sometimes the mouse they claim the body of the deity. Do they protest like we do? So he's helpless. How can he say he's God? Yeah, deity is.
Hare Krishna. Actually, he is here to take our service. So that service he wants to be done by us. That's why he is not moving the fly.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Very good.
Atha Sri Krishna Nabhati Navavet Graham Indri. These material senses cannot understand the name, fame, pastimes, and paraphernalia of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Sevan Mukhe hi jihvado. When you serve the Supreme Lord by chanting His holy name and taking Krishna Prasad, then you can understand that the deity is not material but is spiritual form.
So I should allow the deities, the rats to climb on the deities, and this is transcendental. This is wonderful. Right?
I mean, they are in the material platform, they can't understand him saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm understanding what you're saying. So if I can understand, then I should allow the deities to be climbed over with the cockroaches and the mouses. You climb the pasture on them. Like that? Yes, what else? How can you defend that? You do deity worship every day, so tell us. What's the difference? What is your experience that the deity is not just stone, not marble, that well, he can even remove the rat from his body?
Because we don't have the power to understand that, that is why he has taken that form. But devotees, those who understand the power of the deities, for them, he can do everything. Because we do not understand, that is why, he is present in that way, so that we can serve him. So every time the Lord comes, sometimes he makes him situated in such a way that he needs the help of others. So it is just giving an opportunity for all of us to serve him. So if we feed him, if we give him bhoga, he will eat. We make him to sleep, he will sleep. So this is the service opportunity he is giving to us.
Very good.
Otherwise, for Sanatana Goswami, he was talking to him, Father, you are only giving me the bread, but not even giving salt, so he can speak. For that Brahmana, Chodapipra, he was walking also all the way from Vrindavan to Vidyanagar. Deities can do everything, because we don't have that capacity to actually see that he is doing everything. So that is why he is in that way, and he is mercifully taking all our services.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Any other contribution? All right. Thank you. Yes.
I suppose you could argue that he also presents himself in this form to bewilder the atheists who want to deny his existence. And so he can simultaneously be right in front of us and not be in front of us.
Okay, very good. Thank you all for your beautiful contributions. The Lord has manifested himself in the deity form to show his mercy, not necessarily his omnipotence, not necessarily. It's to show his mercy to us. Therefore, it is our responsibility to keep the place clean. The Lord has come out of his costless mercy to us. We should keep the place very clean so that these things will not go and disturb the Lord. That's our duty. We shouldn't expect that the Lord should come and we dress himself. He can do that. He doesn't have to come to us to come and do that. He came to us to give us chance to do some service and get purified. It's our service to keep the place very clean, so the flies will not come and disturb, the rats will not come, and cockroaches cannot come and disturb and climb and eat up the deity's dresses. It's our duty to keep the place clean. We should be clean. So the rules of deity worship is that cleanliness and punctuality. Yes, so we should take it very seriously. Then this will not be there. All right. Okay. We have covered all these. Okay, there are two words in the revealed scriptures which are important in this connection: Saguna and Nirguna. What qualities and without qualities. Saguna does not mean that the Lord becomes subject to the laws of material nature when he appears, although he has qualities and appears in the material form. For him, there is no difference between material and spiritual energies because he is the source of such energies. He is a controller of the different energies, and as such, he cannot at any time be under the influence as we are. The material energy works according to his direction, and therefore he can use the material energy for his purpose, but without ever being influenced by any of the qualities of his energies. Nor for his purpose does he become a formless entity at any time. Ultimately, he is eternal form, the primeval Lord. That is his position eternally. In fact, there is nothing except God, within and without. Everything is manifested of his different energies, like the heat and light of fire, which means there is a oneness among the diverse energies. In spite of this oneness, however, the Lord enjoys in his personal form all that is enjoyable to the little senses of the little part and parcel living entities. So we move to text mantra 6. Yes, Babu.
Can I ask you, since in the West, the biggest challenge for anyone living in America or Europe or South America in understanding this Hare Krishna movement is the deities. They cannot possibly on their own get past the idea that we are just somehow adopted a very primitive idol worship system. They can't get past it no matter who they are, because in their culture and in all their religions, that's what they were taught. So what do you find is the best way to help people overcome this conception that the deities are just idols and we're worshiping idols?
Yeah, very good. In many ways you can look at it, you can try. First of all, if there is God, God must be everywhere. If God is everywhere, then he should also be in a deity form. Except if say there's no God. But if we accept that there is God, he should be in a deity form also. He should be everywhere. He's not limited to anything. So he also.
They say, then why don't you just worship a tree or a desk? God's
Yes.
everywhere.
Which is better.
Playing devil's advocate.
Yes, which is even better, because at least the idea that someone superior to me that need my adoration, need my worship is there. Even if you worship a tree, it will eventually lead us to accept the personality of Godhead and come to the stage, the platform will be able to serve him as Krishna. That could be the beginning, instead of zero. That is not there. That's one way we can look at it. And if you want to go further, maybe you can make experiment. To show that it is not just an imagination. If we cook a food and we don't offer it to the deities, just taste it and cook again and offer it and taste it, you'll see a complete difference. Huge difference between the two.
That's a good one.
Complete difference. Yes. So it will show us that they're different. It is not just imagination of someone's mind, but it actually is approved in the scripture. And we should also know that even in the modern way, when we go to school, there are different levels of schooling. The knowledge which we get from kindergarten is different from what we get in a college or university. Similarly, because my culture did not teach me that God is a person. It shouldn't make me to deny the existence of God if other cultures teaches that. The common sense I should try to investigate things to be able to come to a conclusion, not only one side. This is what I feel. This will help us to go beyond. Thank you. Mantra 6. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati sarava bhutesu chatmanan tato na vijugupsate. Can you read?
A person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything nor any being.
Can you repeat it?
A person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything nor any being.
Very good. You see any similar verse like this anywhere? Bhagavad Gita. Thank you. Anyone remember the chapter?
Chapter 5.
Which chapter? No. Chapter 6. No, that is chapter 5. 5:18. Chapter 6, text 30. 6:30. 6:30. Who is being described here? Who is described here in this mantra 6? Which quality? Which one? No, not all.
Not all human beings. The rarest of humans in the history of humanity. That's what's being described.
Right.
Mahabhagavad walking the earth.
Yes, Mahabhagavad. Thank you. This is sadhu quality is being described. Mahabhagavad. Yes. Yes. Mantra 6 describes the vision of one who can see Krishna everywhere. That is Mahabhagavad. It's a Mahabhagavad. The sadhu who is pure. This is in nature. That he sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord. Can this person abuse anyone? Can he exploit? Can he misuse anything? No, because he sees everything in relation with God. He sees everything in Christian property. Do you see that now we're looking at a person who has attained that he salvation principle which we discussed, right? He's a person. He sees everything in relation with Krishna, and he sees Krishna in everything and everything in Krishna. See, a person of this nature, Mahabhagavad can never exploit any soul. Instead, he will nurture every soul that comes to him and send them back home, back to Godhead. So by the key. That's his position. That's his position. Did he exploit anyone? Abuse anyone? Manipulate? He gave everything perfectly. Perfectly. Complete Krishna consciousness. Mahabhagavad is complete Krishna consciousness. As we say, the other day I was here, I can't remember. We are not yeah, somewhere I was explaining We are very familiar with chapter 4, text 34 Bhagavad Gita, right? We are familiar with it. Everybody knows. What is the base part of text 34? The verse 34 says we should go and approach the sadhu, right? So then how do you know you have approached the sadhu and you have gotten what he can give? How do you know? We have been asked to go approach the sadhu, 434, right? So how do you know that you have approached, you are submissive and you render service and you have gotten the knowledge? How would you know? You just go and meet him and just go away? How will you know that you have gotten that knowledge which you're supposed to get from him? How?
By his presence. By his presence.
No, that's not enough. Yes, Phil.
He repeats the words of the disciplic succession. He does not change.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Phil. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, Phil.
His service attitude and love for Guru and Krishna increases.
All right, very good. We are asked to go and approach, ask submissive question, render service to him. And then what will he do? He give us he give us Krishna. That's what Darasi means, he sing Krishna. So he will give you Krishna. So how do you know that you have been given Krishna? You got that knowledge from him. How do you know?
The nature will be attracted to us.
Okay, thank you. Is the next verse, verse 35. There's the next one. So the next verse. The next verse, Krishna explained that you will never fall again into illusion. And what will be the vision? For one who is not an illusion, all living entities are mine. So if you have this vision, in Mahabhagavad, you will never mistreat anyone. It is only at this point that we will unite in diversity. We will unite. Unity in diversity is only when this is realized. Without this realization, our unity, it will not be there. We can only speak about it. But what will remain is diversity. See, this vision should be. So this mantra 6 is describing a vision of a Mahabhagavad. So in Popo properly explained 3: Kanista, Madhyam, and Uttam Bhakta. Never hate any being or anything. Never. Different categories of devotees. Properly explained here. Kanista Adhikari, what's his quality? What's the quality of a Kanista? You did that already in Nectar of Devotion and Nectar of Instruction.
God only in the temple.
He see God only in the temple, not in the heart, not outside. Very good. That is one.
And he does not have strong firm in Vedic scriptures.
He doesn't have faith in the devotees and the scriptures.
He does not have good relation with other devotees. He just takes it.
No respect.
You cannot differentiate devotees, non-devotees.
Yes, cannot. You can go to Durga temple, Ganesh temple, Shiva temple, Kali temple, Sani, and why? They are the same. They are all the same. They are all gods. Finish. Only there in the temple. You're not outside. You cannot see God outside. He's not qualified to be outside. You're only inside the temple, the deity.
They don't have any strong form in their words And thus they can be manipulated very easily, and they can become atheist very easily.
Prabhupada use the word pliable. Their faith is pliable. Very, very, not faith. It's not actually not a faith. It's a semblance of faith. So this is the lowest stage. A visit place of worship, the Vishnu present only there, cannot ascertain others' position, follow routine. They quarrel and they are materialistic. It's in the purport. The purport says in the purport here. The Kanisa Adhikari, the person who is in the lowest stage of realization of the Lord, goes to one place of worship, such as a temple, church, or mosque, in terms of his particular type of religious faith, and worship there in terms of the scriptural injunctions. Such devotees think that the Lord is there at the place of worship and nowhere else. Such devotees cannot recognize who is in what position in the devotional line, or in terms of realization of the Supreme Lord. They follow the routine formulas and sometimes quarrel among themselves, estimating one particular type of worship better than another. This is Kanista Adhikari, the lowest stage of devotion. They are materialistic. All these qualities, materialistic. The next one is Madhyam Bhakta, Madhyam Adhikari. Prabhupada has given the intermediate stage, distinguishes 4 categories of people. They seize the Lord. How do they behave? They love the Lord. They see devotees, they are friendly. They see the innocent, they show compassion. They see the atheists, they avoid. Right? They avoid the atheists. They show compassion to the innocent people. Now the Muni mentioned in the 4th canto of Bhagavatam that one who shows compassion to the innocent, friendly with devotees, loves Lord Krishna will transcend the threefold miseries. This is the way to transcend the threefold miseries. The opposite is to go contrary. Instead of loving Krishna, we approach him only to fulfill our belly. Instead of being friendly with devotees, we are proud, show up. And instead of having compassion to train innocent people, we'll exploit them, we'll cheat them. We'll make them our slaves and use them for our sanctification and not teaching them Krishna consciousness. We don't elevate them in their position to the higher level. But a Madhyam Bhakta, he acts perfectly, the positive way. He loves the Lord. You cannot take his love from Krishna, even though he may not have a powerful ability to defend. But you cannot take his love away from Krishna. Unlike a Mahabhagavat. Mahabhagavat can defend powerfully. A Madhyam may not. Some Madhyam. They may not defend as such, but their love for Krishna is fixed. You cannot take it away. They are friendly with it. They see the devotees and they show friendship. They also see the innocent people. They take compassion to help them to become mature and serious in their Krishna consciousness. They take interest in the devotees. And the atheists, they will carefully avoid them. Carefully avoid. So it is better to be on a Madhyam platform than to be Kanista. Because On the platform of Kanista, we can easily make offense to anybody. Because you don't recognize who is a devotee. You don't appreciate who is a devotee. It's very easy to make offense to any devotee, any person. Either is Bhagavad or is Uttam or Kanista. A Kanista can make offense to anybody very easily. You minimize everything and everyone. It's safer to be on the Madhyam platform. At least we should try to go to this second stage. Because there we can appreciate things, we can appreciate Christian consciousness and take full advantage of it. Then Prabhupada talk about the qualities are given here. They see, first of all, the Supreme Lord. They see next the devotees of the Lord. They see also the innocent who have no knowledge about God, and at last they see the atheists who have no faith in the Lord and who hate those in the devotional line. That's Madhyam. Madhyam, the Madhyam Adhikari devotee behaves differently towards the different above mentioned four principles. He adores the Lord, considering him the object of love, and he makes friendship with those who are in the devotional line. He tries to awaken the dormant love of Godhead in the hearts of the innocent people, but he does not approach the atheists who deride at the very name of the Lord. That is the Madhyam. Then Uttam, the Uttam Bhakta, which is what? The highest stage. They seize everything in relation to the Lord. Everything. They don't see anything separate from Krishna. Even Maya. They can engage Maya in Krishna service. They don't see Maya as an enemy. Enemy. They don't. Haridas Thakur, did he chastise the woman who came to delude him? Did he chastise? You rascal, I want to come and spoil my... I curse you like Vishwamitra Muni. No. Was he restless? Was Harada was restless? In the presence of the two, one prostitute and the Doga Devi. The two of them. Was he restless? He was composed. Why? Why he was not restless? Why Haridas was not restless like some of us? Some of us will be, woman, danger.
Because he got full dedication and faith to the Lord Krishna.
He's fully dedicated to Krishna. Very good. What else?
He saw Lord within heart. He saw Lord Krishna within heart.
Yes, the Lord is in his heart. Very good. Very good. Yes, the Lord is in his heart. Yeah, this is the best. Yes, Prabhu.
He considers each and every living entities as part and parcel of.
Very good.
Even while concentrating with, talking with her, he give respect like Mata. He called her Mata.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
It's fully fixed in the higher taste.
It's releasing the higher taste. Very good. Very good. Haridas Thakur will not sing the form of a woman or man. He will sing the spirit soul in the body. That was his vision. He will simply sing the spirit soul. Man or woman doesn't have. He doesn't see that this is a man, a woman for my sanctification. He doesn't see that. The same way he was seeing the snake that he was living with in a cave, very dangerous snake. That even the astrologer predicted nobody should go very close. The vapor from the snake was like when you get the refinery. That was the level of the snake, the poison. But Harida was chanting, he was sitting there with the snake and chanting japa. The devotees came to visit him. How? They cannot enjoy the sadhu sangha. They would not enjoy it. their mind was with the snake. How dangerous it is. If we bite you, you are finished. Just finished. There's no question of cure. They were not listening to the Krishna Katha Haridas was speaking. They didn't listen. They were very disturbed. So they spoke up. Haridas, please, we can build you a different place. Please don't stay here. I said, why? Look at the snake. One should not even come near the snake. And I said, oh, you are seeing a snake. I've been saying yes, I didn't see a snake. You just came down, you're seeing a snake. Okay, don't disturb yourself with a snake. Don't disturb about that. I promise you that by tomorrow, if the snake did not leave, I will leave the place. I promise you that. But don't think of the snake. Let's talk about Krishna. They didn't listen to Haridas talking about Krishna. They were always remembering the snake. And Haridas just considered them. And as soon as he said that, either I leave you or the snake will leave. The snake just left. And the snake was leaving. They held their hearts very tight. Oh, Krishna. Oh, okay. Just the snake moving. They were frightened. Oh, Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Until the snake left, before it became peaceful. Then they appreciated Haridas Thakur more, because his words manifested everything. If I don't leave, the snake will leave. And the snake left. The super soul told the snake, please leave. Your presence is disturbing my devotees. So they left. The snake left. And the devotees, now they can listen to Haridas, Krishna Katha. That is his position. He did not see the externals. We see the externals. So we complain. We react negatively because we see the externals. Mahabhagavad does not see the externals. They only see spirit soul in connection with Krishna. And they see everything else. A pure devotee will not enter the street and close his eyes because they don't want to see Maya. They will not do that. Because they have the ability to engage everything, including Maya, in Krishna service. That is the ability. The ability. Haridas Thakur did. Our Srila Prabhupada did. They did. And so if we follow them, they will make us like them. That is Tattvadarsi. That's what it means, Tattvadarsi. They will give us their position. The relationship. Does not discriminate. Tries to do good to all. See spiritual spark. See the spiritual spark in the body. Therefore, they can relate with everyone very nicely. Let me ask you this question. Srila Prabhupada has so many wonderful qualities, we know, so many unlimited. What can we say? Just one. Just one out of the many qualities that made Prabhupada succeed in the West. What made him succeed? Among all the qualities. Yes, Prabhupada. Compassion.
Believe in holy name. Fully believe in holy name.
He believed in the holy name. Very good. Yes, Prabhupada.
Determination that his Guru Maharaj will help him.
Determination, the Guru is my Guru is able to me. Very good. Very good. Yes, Prabhu.
Srila Prabhupada said that his only reason he is successful is he did not change the words of his spiritual master.
Very good. Very good.
But same time, when he deals with the Western devotees, he given enough liberation to them to accept the Krishna consciousness.
He gave
enough liberation.
Liberation. He gave liberation.
Krishna consciousness.
Very good.
His
Very good. Yeah. Speak in the mic.
Use the mic.
Here. Very good.
One more.
Please take this.
Thank you.
The utility of the principle, Prabhupada is very good in the utility of everyone.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes, sir.
Robert said he success.
Prabhupada said his success is he never did away even 1 inch from his Guru's instruction.
Very good. Follow the instructions. Very good. No, you don't wait for it. Yeah.
I think that you want us to just pick one quality. But I think 2 qualities go together. Sometimes
Okay.
2 of the qualities
Yeah.
go together.
Yeah. Yes.
Prabhupada clearly had the most intense eagerness or enthusiasm for serving Krishna at every single moment.
Very good.
And simultaneously, we saw that he was completely detached from everything material.
Very good.
So, on the one hand, he's so excited, he's enthused, it's almost contagious.
Yes.
And on the other hand, there's nothing material about it.
Right.
Those 2 things were simultaneously visible at every second that anyone was with Prabhupada.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Papa knows how to use everything in Krishna consciousness. Everything. Without discrimination. He used everything in Krishna consciousness. Then he succeeded. He didn't see this and see that. He sees everything in connection with Krishna. He uses everything in Krishna's service. He succeeded. Succeeded. Yes, Prabhu.
Also not perturbed by good or bad not perturbed by good or bad events in their life.
Yes.
Seeing Krishna's mercy in everything.
Yes. Thank you. So yes, so they came to teach us. Just let us learn from them nicely. Yes. Who can get this? Those who are already on the liberated platform. Those who see the spirit soul within the material body and serves him as spirit. Who cannot? Just flaunt the sense of oneness but behave on the bodily platform. False philanthropists, they cannot have this vision. Do not properly understand the soul and the super soul. And politicians who are always after some material gain not have this vision. How to develop this? Anupashati observes in a systematic way. In a systematic way. See everything. So it requires a gradual development to come to this platform. Not like Mahatma Gandhi created Harijan. Harijan. We are all Harijan. Dog is, tree is. So you can send a dog to the altar. It's Harijan. To go and take care of the deities. It's Harijan. We are all Harijan. That is not perfect vision. That's not perfect vision. It's faulty. Well, how will you do it? What would you do there? You send someone who will not train the pujari to go to the altar. What would you do there? You're going to disturb the Lord. Yes. Therefore, the concept of universal brotherhood must be learned from the Uttam Adhikari, devotee of the Lord, and not from a foolish person who has no proper vision of the individual soul and of the super soul, the plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord, which dwells everywhere. In this mantra of Sri Isopanishad, it is clearly mentioned that one should observe or see. This means one must follow the Sanskrit word used in this connection. Anu means to observe. One should not try to see things as he does with the naked eye. The naked eye cannot see anything properly due to its material defectiveness. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. This is how to see. This is how to see. See through the superior source. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. This truth is coming in disciplic succession from the Lord to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyas, and from Vyas to many of his disciples. Formerly, there was no necessity of recording the message of the Vedas, because people of earlier ages were more intelligent and had sharper memories, and they could follow instructions simply by hearing once from the mouth of a bona fide spiritual master. At the present, there are many commentaries on the revealed scriptures, but most of them are not in the line of Sri Vyasadeva, who originally taught the Vedic wisdom. The final, most perfect and sublime work of Sri Vyasadeva is the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the correct commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Similarly, there is the Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken by the Lord himself, and which was recorded by Vyasadeva. Anupashati, skillfully, continuously to follow. One should not see things as one does with a naked eye, but should follow the previous acharya. That is how we see. Why? Due to material defect, the naked eye cannot see anything properly. How to see? One cannot see properly unless one has heard from the superior source. Who is that superior source? Vedic wisdom, spoken by the Lord, coming down by oral reception. Vyasadeva compiled that knowledge, Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Only one who is already in the liberated status, according to Bhagavad Gita, can become an Uttam Adhikari devotee and can see everyone or every living being as his own brother. This cannot be seen by politicians who are always after some material gain. limitation of these liberated statues is to serve the outward body for fame or some such reward, but is not service to the spirit soul. Such limitations have no information of the spiritual world. The Uttamadhikari sees the spirit soul of an entity and serves him as spirit, which include matter automatically. All right. So we can move to the next mantra. Mantra 7. What does it teach us? Let's chant the mantra together. Jasmin Sarvani Bhutani Atmaiva Bhut Vijanata Tatrako Mohaka Soka Ikatvam Anupashata. Ikatum Anupashata. Translation?
One who always sees all living entities as spiritual spark, in quality one with Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him?
Very good. Mantra 7, what is he teaching us? Continue to describe the oneness or the vision of an exalted pure devotee of the Lord that was introduced in Mantra 6. It's a higher consciousness, higher state of consciousness of a Mahabhagavat. Who can see this oneness? Who can see this oneness? Who can see this?
Uttamadhikari. Uttamadhikari.
Okay. Who else?
The Mayavadis?
Mayavadis, they will not see. They will not see the Lord because the Lord has no form, so they will not see. Everything is Maya. So the form is Maya. They will not see. Two persons can see, Madhyam and Uttam. Madhyam and Uttam. They can see. Yes. What are they seeing? Probably give an example. Fire and spark is the example Prabhupada gave there. And drop of ocean. When we look at the ocean, what do we see? When we look at the ocean, what do we see usually?
Water.
Okay, yeah, it's ocean. It means water. Ocean means water. What do we really see in the water there?
Vastness. It's vastness.
The waves. That's what we see. We see the waves when we look at the ocean. That's what we see, right? But the waves can exist without the ocean, is it? The waves can exist without the water? No. It is the water that makes the waves. Without the water, there is no waves. So a Mahabhagavad or Uttam Bhakta sees both. He sees the living entity and he also sees the Supreme Person. You see both. That's why he cannot misuse anything on anyone. Because his vision is perfect. He has a perfect realization. And they have one interest with the Supreme Lord. Their interest and Christian interest is the same, it's one. Probably give an example here. The living entities are qualitatively one with the Supreme Lord, as the sparks of the fire are qualitatively one with the nature of the fire. So there's no spark without the fire. The spark is coming from the fire. But sparks are not the fire as far as quantity is concerned. The quantity of heat and light present in the fire is not equal to the quantity of heat and light in the sparks. That's the difference. And there is no difference between the energy and the energetic. There is the essence. There is the essence of oneness. Because the heat is coming from the fire. So there is oneness. Right. Water, heat, and light, there is no meaning of fire. And yet, heat and light, from the analytical point of view, are different from fire. But in synthesis, heat, light, and fire are all the same one thing. Because one is producing the remaining things. So it's one. But when you go into detail, the heat and the fire, they are the qualities of the fire. These are the qualities of the fire. There is a different one thing to another. What makes the difference between two things?
Shape.
Okay, shape.
Quality.
Yes, quality. It's the quality, not the shape. Shape is the quality that makes the difference between two things. It's the quality. So the quality of the fire is the heat and the light, which is produced. Or the quality of water is liquidity. So liquid is coming from water. And so you cannot separate liquid from water. That is oneness. This is their oneness. The difference is one is the source of others. The Sanskrit word found here, ekatom anupashata, means to see the unity of the living entities from the viewpoint of the revealed scriptures. Every individual spark of the supreme whole has almost 80% of the known qualities of the whole, but they are not as good as the Supreme Lord. We have how many? 80%. Not 100%. Christian has 100. We have 80. These qualities are present in minute quantity, as the living entity is but a minute part and parcel of the Supreme Whole. This is like the drop of water and the ocean. The quantity of salt present in the drop is never comparable to the quantity of salt present in the complete ocean. But the quality of the salt present in the drop is equal in quality, in chemical composition, with that present in the ocean. If the individual living being were equal both in quality and in quantity, then there will be no question of the living entities being submerged by the influence of material energy. It has already been discussed in previous mantras that no living being, even the powerful demigods, can surpass the Supreme Being in any respect. Therefore, ekatwam does not mean that a living being is equal in all respect with the Supreme Lord. It means, in a broader sense, that there is one interest, just as in a family, the interest of all members is one. In a nation, although different individual citizens are there, the national interest is one. Therefore, the living entities, being parts and parcels of the Supreme Family, the interest of the Supreme Being and that of the parts and parcels is not different. At the present, it is different. That is why we are suffering. Therefore, it is mentioned that there are 6 qualities of a surrendered soul. How many? 6 qualities. What are they? What are the 6 qualities? You say, I'm a surrendered soul. It has 6 qualities. What are these qualities? Surrendered. I'm a surrendered soul. We talk about surrender always in our system. 1. 6 qualities of surrender. Yes.
Taking exclusive shelter of Lord Krishna and no one else. One of the qualities
is
taking exclusive shelter of Lord Krishna and no one else.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We are very familiar with 1866 now. We know the sloka, right? We know the sloka now. 1866? Yes, Sarvadharma. Have you read the purport? Have you read the purport? Have you read the purport? It's a famous verse, everybody knows. But yeah. Use a mic. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So accepting the favorable and rejecting the unfavorable.
These 2 qualities, yes, these 2 qualities are for Kanisa Bhakta.
Yeah.
Very good.
And accepting Krishna is the guardian, and he is the only one who will give us the protection.
That is Madhyam. The 4 qualities you see in the Madhyam Bhakta. Remain 2. You just mentioned one, oneness. Our interest and Krishna interest is one. And we're very meek and humble. So it's 2, making it 6. So these are the 6 qualities of a surrendered. When you see these 6 qualities of a person, then you can say this is a surrendered person. Understand? It's surrender. It's not just the word. It has qualities. And a surrendered soul means that we have these 6 qualities. Surrender to Krishna. It's our interest and Krishna's interest is one. That is surrendering to Krishna. Not that my interest is different, Krishna's interest is different. We are not surrendered yet. Even if we are in the movement, we are not surrendered. All right? So Prabhupada is speaking about ekatvam. So ekatvam does not mean that we are one with Krishna in quantity, in quality. That is not the meaning of ekatvam. Ekatvam means that we are one with Krishna in interest. Interest. We are one with Krishna in interest. Our interest and Krishna's interest is the same. That is oneness. Ekatvam. That's what it means. Right?
What is that interest? What is that interest? What is that interest?
Interest.
What is it?
What is Krishna's interest? Our interest. You don't know Krishna's interest? Krishna created us for his enjoyment. And we have to serve him. That is interest. That is Krishna's interest. Krishna wants us to go back to Godhead. So we have to facilitate our going back and facilitate other people going back to Godhead. That's Krishna's interest. He doesn't want us to stay and suffer. That's Krishna's interest. Yes. Yes. Hare Krishna. See Swami Sadiki. See the Prabhupada. See you tomorrow.